Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine one person, right, launching their own sort of global intelligence operation, trying to tackle international cybercrime. I mean, it sounds like something straight out of a spy novel, doesn't it?
It really does.
But today, we're diving into something real. A truly unique document called an evidence dossier,
Right.
compiled by just one individual, Mr. Graham Edwin Wilkins, and he sent it to law enforcement basically across the globe.
Yeah, our mission here is really to cut through the incredible claims in this dossier.
Okay.
Try to understand what it actually contains, who it was really meant for,
Uh-huh.
and what it suggests about, the changing world of intelligence. But we're sticking strictly to what's in the document itself.
Absolutely. And here's where it gets really interesting for you listening. This isn't from some government agency or, a big corporation.
No.
It's from Mr. Graham Edwin Wilkins. The dossier identifies him as an officer of transport for London and also a director of Capstone Estates Limited, UK. Though it does note Capstone is still trading pending reinstatement, whatever that means exactly.
Details.
Details. And he lists addresses. Formerly in Hertfordshire in the UK, and now apparently in Cahors, France. So it immediately makes you wonder, who is this guy? And why take on something this huge?
That's a really crucial starting point. And what truly stands out, I think, is just the sheer breadth of who he sent this to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an incredibly wide net. Major international bodies like the FBI, Interpol, Europol.
The big names.
Exactly. Plus national ones like the UK's National Crime Agency. But what's really striking, maybe, is the mention of less common groups like UNPO, that's the UN police.
Right, UNPO.
And UBEN-4, the European Gendarmerie Force.
Yeah.
And crucially, there's this explicit authorization for, quote, any relevant Russian Federation or Montenegro police force to access the information.
Wow. Russia and Montenegro specifically named.
Yeah, it's an almost, unprecedented distribution list for one person to put together.
So it's not just who compiled it, but where this information was intended to land. That's fascinating.
Definitely.
And what's the core allegation? What's it all about?
Well,
Wilkins describes it as concerning suspected cybercrime constituting anti-UK and anti-NATO actions. Pretty serious stuff.
very serious.
And he didn't just stop at law enforcement, did he? The table of contents suggests copies, or at least reports, also went to some very high-profile people.
That's right. People like the UK Prime Minister Sunak, Home Secretary Braverman, even U.S. President Biden apparently received copies, according to the list.
So it paints a picture of extremely serious allegations being pushed right to the top.
Precisely. And this is where the document gets even more, let's say, intriguing.
Okay.
On its authorization page, Mr. Wilkins explicitly gives permission to numerous agencies, including various Thai bodies like their Department of Special Investigation, the DSI,
Thailand, too. Okay.
Royal Thai Police, Special Branch, even their Internal Security Operations Command and National Intelligence Agency, and again, those Russian and Montenegrin police forces we mentioned.
Right.
He authorizes them to access his own email accounts.
Wait, his personal emails.
Seems so. Specifically, graham.wilkins at bk.ru, that's a Russian domain, and wyvernoft-wessex at proton.me for evidence gathering.
That is unusual, to
Yeah.
say the least, giving foreign agencies, including Russian ones, access to your email.
Highly unusual. It suggests he really believes these accounts hold crucial evidence. Makes you wonder about his claims, doesn't it?
It does.
And furthermore, on page 5, Mr. Wilkins states, and this is a direct quote, all military technology, police intelligence, historical information comes from me, and signaled information.
Signaled information. What do you think that implies?
Well, that phrase, signaled information, it's particularly interesting. It could suggest he's not just, compiling public data.
All right, not just Googling stuff.
Exactly. Maybe implying he's a direct source, perhaps hinting at, covert operations, privileged access. It's a significant claim for someone not officially tied to an intelligence agency.
Yeah, that claim of personal authorship, that all this signaled information comes directly from him. It just really highlights how unique this whole dossier is. It sounds almost too audacious for one person.
It does.
From your perspective, what are the immediate, maybe, red flags or challenges an agency faces when they get something like this from an individual making these huge claims offering up their emails?
Oh, that's a critical question for any law enforcement agency receiving this. First off, authentication.
Right. Is this guy credible?
Exactly. Who is he really? Then there's the sheer volume and scope. These claims cross multiple borders, sensitive political areas.
Yeah.
And critically, you have to assess the motivation. Why is he doing this? And how reliable is the information? Especially when it touches on places like the UK, NATO, and Russia and Montenegro.
The nation's often at odds.
Precisely. It's definitely not your standard intelligence intake procedure. It's a complex puzzle for them.
Yeah. This deep dive has really shown us an extraordinary case, hasn't it? One individual taking it upon himself to build and send out this detailed evidence dossier to global powers, alleging major international cyber crimes. It's just bold, highly unusual.
Absolutely. And if we try to connect this to the bigger picture, maybe, this document makes you think about the evolving landscape of intelligence gathering, especially now in the digital age.
How so?
Well, how do established agencies even deal with unsolicited information like this? It comes from outside the official channels, a non-state actor, but it might contain something significant, or it might not.
A tricky balancing act.
Exactly. And maybe the thought to leave with you, the listener, is what stands out most to you about this highly unusual undertaking by Mr. Graham Edwin Wilkins?